fight begins. The U.S. expand defense missile and warships to challenge China in South China Sea. Beijing has become nervous and afraid in recent years because the expansion of the United States ballistic missile defense capabilities, which may eventually prompt a move to enlarge the arsenal. In territory, international waters are generally defined as being 12 nautical miles from a country's shoreline. Today, the United States warships regularly operate off of Chinese littoral water. And staring contest over the Pacific, it is at sea that the US and China are most openly in competition. This matter, it utilizes a vast naval militia of sorts, including hundreds of nominally civilian boats and vessels, to advance Chinese foreign policy and control. The Beijing, as well as harassing ships and aircraft passing through the South China Sea territory, and also has taken to creating artificial islands, and also has deploying military bases on them to reinforce its claims in territory in recent years. As maritime invasions dealt China crippling and humiliating blows in the 19th and also early 20th centuries, and the Beijing places great importance on pushing the United States Navy away from its belt of bases it calls. However, the Beijing claims vast swathes of the South China Sea areas as its exclusive preserve, and even if those waters are hundreds of miles distant from mainland China, and also directly ejected to other Asian countries. For its part, the United States Navy has continued to dispatch destroyers, warships, missile and cruisers on freedom of navigation patrols to maintain a presence in these international waters. And this, more importantly, it has a network of bases in Japan, the Philippines, South Korea, and Singapore, as well as on islands such as Guam and Hawaii territory. And of bases which would be hard to dislodge it from, unless alliances with those countries are allowed to fray. Something which was not the case a few decades ago. However, China has built up a sufficient arsenal of ground ballistic missiles, warplanes, and also naval assets that arguably it has won military superiority in its littoral waters territory. Also, the conventional missile force could pose a significant threat, both to crucial the United States military air bases, and even carriers at the hundreds of miles away at sea territory. On the other hand, China is only beginning to catch up with the Americans' unique fleet of 11 nuclear-powered supercarriers, each of which carries dozens of Super Hornet and Growler fighters, and also including F-35B stealth jets. And each carrier is furthermore protected by a task force of escorting warships boasting networked radars, missile defenses, and submarine detecting sonars. Currently, China has 2 lower capability ski jump style carriers in service carrying smaller wings of J-15 fighters. Theirs